Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Techno Education Academy. Today I will give you brief idea about working principle of induced draft cooling tower. First of all, what is the need of cooling tower? So all of you are knowing about the working principle of surface condenser. Okay, I have already prepared one video related with the surface condenser and what is the importance of surface condenser in thermal power plant. So it is the main component of thermal power plant. So the outlet of the condenser, okay, it is a hot water, we know that, okay. So the function of the surface condenser to exchange the heat between the steam and water. Okay, so water will receive the heat from the steam because we know that the volume of the steam is very high as compared to the water. So we cannot directly convey the steam to the turbine. So first of all, it is condensed. So its volume will be reduced. Then after we will supply the condensate to the boiler. So the thermal efficiency of the boiler, it will be increases. We have already discussed in my previous lecture. So in description I have already given link of surface condenser. You can watch it and you can visit my playlist. So the outlet of the condenser, it is a hot water. This hot water, it is enter into the cooling tower through the distributor or header. So the function of the cooling tower is, okay, it will increase the contact area of the hot water and it will decrease the temperature of hot water and it will be converted into cold water, and this cold water, it is supplied to the condenser, same like as evaporative condenser. So here you can see that this hot water, it will be spray through this nozzle. So the contact area of the heat transfer, it will be increases. How it will transfer the heat in the cooling tower? So here you can see that on top side of the cooling tower one fan is provided, okay, and it is operated with the motor. If the fan is provided on top side of the cooling tower, then it is called induced draft cooling tower, and if the fan is provided on side of the cooling tower, then it is called forced draft cooling tower. In this video lecture we will discuss about the working of induced draft cooling tower. So here you can see that the fan, it will suck the air from the bottom of the cooling tower. Here you can see that, okay, air suction. Okay, so first of all, air, it will be sucked through the bottom side of the cooling tower whenever the fan, it will rotate through the motor. So there is an exchange of heat between the air and water, and through the nozzle the water is spray through the nozzle. So the contact area of the water is increases for the heat transfer between the hot water and air. This is the function of nozzle, okay, to distribute the water. Okay, so its contact area of the evaporation, it will be increases. So whenever the suction will be take place from the bottom side, or we can say from the mesh, okay, so the function of the mesh is to remove the dust particles from the air, because whenever the air, it will be sucked from the atmosphere, okay, at that time there is some impurities are there, some dust particles are there. So it is filtered through the mesh. Whenever the water will spray through the nozzle, then after it will pass through the PVC fillings. So the PVC fillings, it is generally made by plastic or PVC materials. Okay, it is a corrugated like structure. So whenever the water will spray through this PVC filling, so here the velocity of the water will be reduces and it will allow more time to escape the heat, and there is a proper interaction between the air and water will be take place, so it will reject the more heat. So whenever the water, it will mix with the air, so at that time there is a chance to evaporate the water bubble with the air, because whenever the fan will be rotated, so at that time the air, it will suck from the bottom side of the cooling tower, and this is the outlet of the air. From the top side of the air, hot air, it will release into the atmosphere. So the possibility is there with high velocity air, some droplets of the water particles is suspended, and there is a evaporation loss into the atmosphere. So to reduce this evaporation loss, here you can see that the drift eliminator is provided on top side of the nozzle. The function of the drift eliminator is to eliminate the water particles, means it will separate the water particles droplets and the collected water particles, it is fall down due to gravity. So it will reduce the evaporation loss of the cooling tower. If water is evaporated more, so the level of the water, it will be decreases in the sump. This is a sump. So here you can see that with the sump, one ball valve is provided. It will maintain the level of the water in the sump. Here you can see the drain. Okay, the function of the drain, whenever we require the maintenance in the condenser, so the cold water, it is removed from the sump, and this sump is empty and we can clean it. Okay, same as here you can see that this is a cold water outlet. Okay, and this cold water outlet, it is connected with the condenser inlet, so we can recycle this water, because this cooling tower, it is connected with the condenser, and its main function to reduce the temperature of the hot water, it is coming out from the condenser. Here makeup water, you can supply the surplus water. Okay, whenever the level of the water, it will be reduces, so it will supply the makeup water, extra water, and it is supplied to the condenser. Okay, so this is the overall working of the induced draft cooling tower.